because the show's about to start, all right? And, I don't know about you, but I know who's my vote for sexiest ex-soldier turned pop culture show host. All right, enough foreplay. Let's get on with the show.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everybody, welcome one and all. Today is March 12th, 2024. This is episode 163 of Pop Culture War. It's the show where I stay up to date on all the ins and outs of what's happening in pop culture so you don't have to. I am CQ. I'm the Pop Culture Warrior. And joining me now is our very special, beloved co-host. If you're watching live on Facebook, or not Facebook, on YouTube, he's down there. Right there. I poke his nose down there. But if you're watching like everyone else, please welcome to the show, Mr. Mad Mike. Yay!
Present. I'm present.
Present and accounted for. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing out there? We're doing good.
I'm doing good.
I feel
Where's
like
your Lego at? Let me see that Lego.
Oh, where's that? Man, you're so tiny you can't see it. It's right there. It's literally right there. It's like
really that small?
Yeah, it's about yay big. It's about yay big. I should have like held it and brought it in here. Why is my chat's not working? Hang on a smidge as I try to figure out why the heck is the chat.
Know what we're doing. 3 years in. 4 years in.
Shut up. Let's see. Featured chat. Okay, so that should be fine. Let's see here. I'm gonna double check my properties. Make sure we are A-OK.
Playing Monopoly. We got Boardwalk. Park Place.
I don't know why.
Got hotels on that bad boy.
Chat's not working. Why? It's always something, isn't it though? Hi guys. Hi everybody. How you doing? Okay, we'll go to backup. We will go to backup route. There we go. Now I can see chats. Hi everybody. Hey Angry Elf. Hey Heath. Hey everybody. Let's see. What was I saying? What were we doing? I don't remember.
Starting a show? I don't know.
Hey guys. It's I just this computer thing's really irritating me. Okay? It's really irritating me, and I'm this close. In my Amazon checkout, I have a whole bunch of new computer pieces because I feel like the show has grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. It's time to make some major upgrades. So, let's see. Greg says unplug it and plug it back in.
Exactly. Turn the lights off, turn them back on. Billy.
Yes.
Smitty runs his show from like a laptop.
Yeah,
someone else's Wi-Fi. He's like in Starbucks. He has no issues.
He's on that library, the library PC. You know?
Coach is in the library. I mean, he's in Starbucks. They have no fucking issues. You got like the most expensive PC out of everyone, and shit doesn't work.
God. God, I'm
That's what
already
happens
being. You're already
when you
going
get
after me, huh?
shit for free.
Keith says, "Be smarter than the PC." Corey says, "How about make Mad Mike's bubble bigger?" I say, you know what? That's when all this shit started. When I made his bubble bigger, all the shit stopped working appropriately. So, if anything, we're gonna make
you
his bubble
started
smaller.
plugging in extra shit.
Kaz says, Kaz, I broadcast on an abacus and things go swimmingly.
Exactly. He's got Windows 96 working and shit.
He's got that new Windows XP, that upgraded Windows XP. Oh,
Apple
God.
Color. Apple Color.
James says, hit purchase, you. Anyway, the chin takes up all the bandwidth. You're damn right it does. That you know how many pixels I have to or take up on the screen just
It's too much handsomeness. Can't
Oh, Massey, God bless. He's like, I'm just here to see it
broadcast me in
crash.
4K.
Massey says, I'm just here to watch the crash. Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sounds about
All
right.
right. All right. Everybody calm down, okay? All of y'all just calm the hell down. All right. Let's just chill, okay? I'm making
Give
some
'em
changes.
10 minutes of show before we crash. What you
Get-
got?
get to
Rapid
the
fire this
highlights.
shit off like. God
Uh,
damn.
yes, we failed height and weight via the interwebs. You're right. Yeah, it's a dude. Okay? For my computer peoples out there, I'm rocking an RTX 2060. All right, that's how far behind I am. I'm rocking a 2060. All right, that was cutting edge when I got it, and now it's you can't even find them anymore. They don't sell those things. But I'm looking at, for my computer peoples out there, I'm looking at upgrading to maybe like a 4070 Super. It's kind of what I'm looking at. But then with that, I have to upgrade my power. Processor's good. I got a Ryzen 9, so I'm happy with that. Maybe some more memory. I don't know. I'm making changes. Greg says my 15-year-old has a 4070. Shut up. Shut it. All right.
I think you just go over to Starbucks with Smith and.
Kaz wants to say, where's the mini Spider-Man? He's right there. He's kind of blending in because it's red. Let me see if I make that white. Let's see if I can. I'm going to go all white, and we'll see if that.
You're pointing to the tip of the spear.
You have a different camera than they have, so calm down. Let's see. Let's go. See if I can't. Wait, there we go. There, now you should be able to see him a little bit. He stands out right there. It's the show camera, not Larson camera, not Mad Mike camera. But there's a little red head above Deadpool. There he is, my little Spider-Man, my little Spidey. All right. So, yeah. Anyway, so that I'm making some major changes. I have to. I'm so technologically behind. I'm running like a little. There's like a little fan. You remember the old school fans you plug in and they just got to go back and forth. Like that's what's cooling my system right now. It's a little mini fan in there. There's somebody hanging,
Just
laundry in there.
Before we get people on here.
So speaking of which, no guest tonight, but next week we've got Yuri Lowenthal, who's done a million things, not least of which is Spider-Man for PlayStation. He is Sony's PlayStation's Peter Parker / Spider-Man. So very excited. I saw him this past weekend at AwesomeCon, which if you haven't seen our coverage of AwesomeCon, go to our channels. Check out, we did a couple interviews with Tara Platt, with Anjali Bhamani, with R2-D2, few people. Can I real quick, Mad Mike, before I get into the news and the headlines?
You gonna talk about yourself? Go ahead.
Yeah, if you mind. Do you mind? Not at all. I know you don't.
No. Per the usual.
So while I was at AwesomeCon, I got to talk with quite a number of I don't like calling them celebrities. Quite a number of actors, voice actors,
actresses,
folks from the entertainment industry. Some of the people that I talked to face to face, Tara Reid, I got to talk with her, which go ahead and add it up on the board of people that's never coming on the show. She is not looking good.
Well, yeah. Cocaine is a hell of a drug, as Dave Chappelle said.
When
you're rocking Sharknado with the fucking dude from, was it 90210 or whatever?
Yeah, that
the
guy.
Melrose Place. And you're
man.
on like number 4. Yeah, you're not looking good.
She's like, okay, she was very sweet. We talked for about 4 or 5 minutes. To Keith's point, she was only somewhat coherent. I said, hey, I'm CQ, I'm with WTF Nation Radio, veteran, shit, and blah, blah, blah. I gave her the whole spiel, and she's just like, nice.
Jesus.
Nice. And I was like, okay, if you'd ever like to come on the show, we'd love to have you and talk with you. And she's like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. And I was like, should I give you my card, or should I take your information? She's just like, yeah, okay, yeah, right. And I'm just like, what is happening
God
right now?
damn.
I was like,
you should have rolled up your card and handed it.
But yeah, and again, this is no judgment. But she was like dressed as her character from Josie and the Pussycats, which was strange. Like she had the cheetah print ears on and like cheetah print clothing. It was a very strange.
Never watched that movie.
Yeah, it was a
strange all
strange
she has
thing.
left. It's like wardrobes from movies she was in.
Oh, Kaz was like, she's like, oh, I'm Tara Reid. Oh, really? No shit. Anyway, all those sharks fucked her up. You guys are great. Hey, Jake, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Get the whiteboard and add her onto the list. Yep, that's right. So I talked to her. I got to talk to Rachel Lee Cook.
Well, at least she lives up to this. God bless her. At least she lives up.
Hey, know your brand. Know your niche.
Stick with it. Yeah, man. It's probably in a writer, like, or her
that's
writer.
Why Mad Mike.
Like, if I'm gonna be there, I need a kilo.
That's why Mad Mike every Friday night, the gay bathhouses. Know your niche. Stick to it. Be consistent. Exactly. That's all it is. But I did talk to Rachel Lee Cook. Sweet as hell. So nice. The interesting thing I got to do.
Tell her to. Did you do my favor and tell her to stop fucking making Hallmark movies?
No, next time I'll pass that note on. I didn't get that note. So here's the interesting thing. When you go to these conventions, for those who haven't been, there's booths and they're sitting there and they're signing and they're taking pictures, whatever. I don't stand in line. That's the great thing about having something like a press credential. I just walk up to the booth. Now, I try not to be rude, so I will walk up to the front.
I've seen you push away like nerds and cripples.
I did fall over.
Excuse me, and you're like your hands on their face, and the guy's like on crutches,
like the Heisman Trophy. I'm just
my handicap too. Look at this.
Look. I did trip over a chick in a wheelchair. I did stumble over. I didn't notice there was a wheelchair behind me, so I went to take a step back and I almost fell into her lap.
Can you get fucking crippled ass out of here? Jesus Christ.
Anyway, what I was saying is, I try not to be rude.
Not canceled? Oh yeah, no one watched.
I let the people go, and then I'll wait for an opening, and I'll be like, excuse me, I'm just gonna. This is official press business.
Excuse me, I'm gonna weasel my way up here. Try to get some people on my show.
Trying to work here. Don't care if you're in line to pay for a picture.
Trying to get something for free from these people.
I'm trying to work.
I know you paid a lot of money and you scheduled it in advance.
I paid nothing, and I intend to buy nothing.
I
So
gave my
yes.
middle finger for this country, bitch.
So my point in that is that I've gotten to watch a lot of times because I'll wait 2 or 3 people because I'm observing. I'm watching how they interact with the crowd. I'm watching how they interact with each person and the crowd as a
Trying to see
whole.
if they're a fucking dick or not is what you're trying to do.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Um,
If they're like, ew, gross, that guy touched me. You're like,
yeah.
I'm not coming on the show.
Oh man. Scott says if you can get any actor who has the reputation for drug use, Mel Gibson and Charlie Sheen are the go-tos. Keith has called me a line cutter.
Some animosity there. Do wear crutches?
Kaz wants to know if there's a running list of people that'll never be on the show. Yes, there is.
Yeah, there is.
Yes, there is. There's
Yeah.
it's a long,
started
long
That
list.
Mike joined the show, and the list got really long.
It's quadrupled in a couple weeks. So again, getting to my point, I did talk to Rachel Lee Cook. She was very sweet. We had a good conversation.
nice,
I got to
yeah.
talk to a couple of the people that were there because I went on Saturday. And it was weird because the way that they broke it down, like there were certain chunks of people signing or autographing. I posted a picture of me and Rosario Dawson reconnecting with my boo after 14 years. So she was very sweet, very nice.
So like you always think like Rachel Lee Cook and her, they're always kind of nice, aside from Ashoka. And they're always like, oh, people are like the opposites of what they are in the movies. So they were actually nice, or were they like total assholes?
So
And they're just gonna be on the show, and you don't want to say it.
they were great. They were so nice. No, I'll be honest. I'm sharing my experience. Tara Reid was incoherent
Up
at
to par.
best.
So yeah, that's up to par. Yeah. I got
Rachel Lee Cook was nice, but in watching her interact and then with her interaction with me, again, it's reading the situation. Like I did feel a bit of like, why am I here? I'm too good for this kind of thing. Again, she didn't say nothing or do nothing inappropriate, or I watched her talk to a few people. She took pictures with people. She signed with people. She seemed very nice. Maybe she was just nervous. Maybe she was just uncomfortable. Who knows? She could be not feeling well, whatever. But there was just this kind of like pulled back energy where she was kind of just like, now
new to her too. And was she like? Why was she in Comic-Con? What movie she did that's comic related?
What movie has she done that's
Or
comic book
shows?
related?
I don't think she's ever like in nothing, right? Like it's always like those stupid teeny type movies.
Yeah, because she was like, she's
Love
all that.
stories and
She
that
was in
shit.
that.
Yeah, so she probably doesn't know. Like she doesn't know anything about our people.
Our people. Our people.
God damn, nobody. I mean, I remember my first con. Like, fuck, nobody heard of deodorant. This shit should be sponsored by like fucking Old Spice. They should be giving that shit out for free.
Josie and the Pussycats is probably the closest thing to like pop culture that she's done. Looking through the list, yeah, there's really nothing.
That's what I thought. So
and I think it was. Then this one was like a reunion because it was her, Tara Reid, and I think it was Rosario Dawson were the ones in Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
It was like
so they probably talked her into it, and she's probably like, "What the fuck?"
She's like, "What am I doing?
These people are so weird."
Yes, cause she put out an energy saying she'd rather be somewhere else. That's again, I'm sure she's sweet and lovely and everything. It just felt like she was uncomfortable in a general sense. And I'm not talking about just me, because I watched her interact with a few fans. And there was one fan that had even come dressed as her character from, I think it was She's All That, right? Didn't she was like a ghost or something like that? She was all white with a sheet on or something like that from that movie. So this girl came, and that's how I noticed the difference. Because when she saw that and this girl came up to her, she's like, oh my God, and like kind of leaned in. And it's like, oh, this is about me. Now I'm interested. And so she took pictures with her and signed with her. It was very sweet. And like, but I noticed with kind of everybody else, she was kind of a little more reserved, a little more pulled back. The flip side of that is in a few weeks, we have Orlando Jones coming on the show. And I was very fascinated to watch him interact with his line. And I can honestly say, and this is not because he's coming on this show, but I was blown away by Orlando Jones because it's as if he was putting on a show. First, he was not behind his booth. He was in front of his booth.
Oh, I like that. Those are the
And
guys that
and
do,
like
they're pros.
yeah, and
Do
like
it.
a person would step up and like he would like kind of lean in and talk because he's a tall guy. So he would lean in, he would talk, he would laugh, he would tell like he would share little stories with and I watched because it fascinated me. Like 3, 4, 5 different people I watched, and each person kind of got a different story and a different experience. But yet at the same time, he's playing to the people behind them. So it's weird because like it was not weird. It was really cool to watch because it's very much it's almost like doing close-up magic while still having to entertain the rest of the crowd kind of thing. That's what he was balancing so well. Because he would he would be telling the story and he'd be loud enough and kind of projecting out to the audience, and then he would kind of like look at them and then tell them something, and he would sign and he would take pictures. He was doing like he would grab their phone, do selfies with them. Like
See,
he
that's
was
nice.
really, really engaged, and I was
Well, and that's what
blown
freaking
away.
people want. Like, it's also sale. Like, it's sales, and some people like what they do, and he seems
Yeah,
to like what he does.
yeah.
But yeah, these people, like, for people that don't know, it's like people pay, and like a lot of these
Signatures,
like people are
photos.
freaking dickholes about it. Like, you'll wait in line, and then you go up, and somebody takes your money first because the actors can't be seen taking money from people,
Yeah,
and then you pay for like what you want. You pay for a picture, you pay for a like
autograph, whatever.
autograph.
Yeah,
Everything's they nickel and dime you or
hmm
whatever, and then you go up and they're like, oh, you can't come behind the booth, or they won't come out behind the booth,
yeah.
whatever. You got to pay more for that. So it's
Or
like
some
always great when people like are like, you know what, screw the standard, screw the rules. You're here to see me. I appreciate you coming out, and
yeah.
I'm gonna give you the bang for your buck.
And it's funny because, and I knew it wasn't. Obviously, he's not like I'm nobody, so it's not like he's performing because oh CQ's watching. Like he doesn't know who the fuck I am, so he's just doing his
Yeah,
thing.
probably doesn't
And
know he's coming on here.
I
Who
literally
the
said,
fuck? What the
I
fuck you
talked to him.
sent
I
me
was like,
for?
hey man, you're coming on my. I said, hey, you're coming on my show in a few weeks. He's like, really? Oh, cool.
I'm
I
about
was
to
like,
cancel that shit. You better do good. I'm about to cancel that shit.
so we talked for a little while. I gave him a coin. I gave him one of my coins. I said, hey man, just, rare that I get the opportunity to say thank you before you even come on, but here's a coin. He's like, oh man, thank you. I appreciate that. But what's funny is as I was working my way in to talk to him, each of these lines has like a little, not a guard, but someone to keep the line in order. And she's like,
It's a
hey,
guard.
what are you doing? And I said, oh no, I'm just gonna talk to him. I'm press. He's gonna be on my show. I just wanted to just give him some. She goes, okay. I said, listen, I just need 30 seconds with him. I'm not here to stop the line or anything. She goes, you might need 30 seconds. He's not gonna give you 30 seconds. And at first I thought what she meant was like he's not gonna give you the time of the day. But as I watched,
You're like, bitch, I'm CQ, fucking pop culture warrior.
pop culture
Recognize,
warrior.
spit in her face.
But no, he spends like 5 to 10 minutes with every single person. And so like it was really cool to see what his relationship with the crowd and stuff. And I've seen it before. I've seen people that way before. Usually, believe it or not, voice actors, and I think Mike, you know this, but voice actors seem to be more, and I hate to say it this way, appreciative of when fans come to them, right? Almost as if they're like, nobody knows I'm important. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the,
Yeah.
So I always see voice actors being very, animated and happy, and they're doing their voices like it's a clown
Non-stop,
at a
like
birthday party.
who what's it? The guy that did Batman, like
Kevin
all
Conroy,
them.
yeah.
Kevin
Mark
Conroy,
Hamill, yeah.
Strong, like she's
Tara
always
Strong, yep.
Dana Snyder. I've saw him a few times. He's like doing shake and shit while you're up there. But they're like yeah, you're right. They're all super receptive and appreciate. It's like, yeah, and that's the way they should all be, honestly. It's like you're lucky anyone appreciates your work and is there to pay money to
Yeah.
freaking get you to sign a piece of paper.
So I talked to him for a bit. Like I said, I talked to quite a few people. There's 2 or 3 guys from Breaking Bad that I talked to. Dean Norris, the Spanish guy that plays his partner in Breaking Bad. The son of Walter White, R.J. Mitty, I think his name is. So I talked with him. So I talked to quite a few people that were there. Obviously, a bunch of voice actors. I said, hey, we got to get you on the show. Yuri, who's coming on next week, was there. His wife, Tara Platt, was there. We did an interview with her. Angelique, just a bunch of people, and it worked. It was a really good experience. It was really good. I was concerned just because, like, I was kind of normally I have do a lot more legwork before a convention, but for reasons we won't talk about, I was just way behind on things. Now, that all said, very excited because that was last weekend. This weekend, going to Richmond, Virginia for GalaxyCon, which has a wealth of celebrity guests joining. Let's just because I sent you the list. What'd you think of the list?
That was great. You can get any of those people, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I saw Dana Snyder, Tara Strong,
a lot of voice actors, a lot of actors.
Data from Star Trek.
So
Charlie
just to name a few,
whatever, from Rebel Moon.
Just to name a few. Ian McDermott, who is the Emperor, fucking Darth Sidious himself. Katie Sackhoff, Giancarlo Esposito, Gina Carano. I mean, she fell off the world for a minute there. She back. Dolph Lundgren's gonna be there. Ron Perlman, Patrick Warburton, fucking Steve from Blue's Clues is gonna be there.
Edward James Olmos is gonna be there.
Edward James Olmos. Urkel, Jaleel White.
Yeah, Urkel.
All the Lawrences, Matt, Joey, and Andy. All the Lawrences. A friend of ours, Emily Swallow, who plays the armorer, she'll be there. We talked to her. We've talked to Matt Lanter, the voice of Anakin. We've talked to the voice of Obi-Wan is going to be there. Dude, there's a bunch of people. Some of the cast of Skype. It's funny because I'm seeing groups of shows. So you've got your Star Wars. You've got your like Star Trek with William Shatner and Brett Spiner. Then you've got like One Piece. There's 2 actors from One Piece, the live action. You've got 4 or 5 people from Blue's Clues. You've got the Lawrences. You've got obviously a lot of voice actors from different shows. 3 of the actors from that show Psych, which I loved. Not the 2 main guys, but Maggie, Timothy, and Corbin are there. Just a bunch of people. So the Spanish guy from the soccer show. God damn. Ted Lasso.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Yeah. Cristo Fernandez. Yeah. And then obviously just a shit ton of voice actors. 2 from Rick and Morty, Chris Parnell and Spencer Grammer. The original Mario voice, the original Optimus Prime voice.
Chris Parnell's been a lot of shit.
Voice of that show. I'm just saying he's like I was grouping by show. A lot of One Piece, a lot of anime. Chris Claremont, the comic book Arthur, is gonna be there. It's just weird. I'm excited.
The weird dude.
I'm just I did talk to Dora. Yes, I did talk to Dora, correct. I did it. Nolan North, who is voiced just about every like major cool character in gaming. He's gonna be there. So yeah, lot of good ones. I never realized Kimiko Glenn, who was in Orange is the New Black, was the voice of Penny Parker in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. She's the Japanese Spider-Man.
I didn't realize that shit either. And then
Did not realize it.
You told me the thing and I looked it up. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I was very surprised to see that. But yeah, so needless to say, I'll be there this weekend and I am going to be working hard to
Whoring your ass out.
I will be whoring my ass out. Now, I gotta shout out to GalaxyCon. They do something that, and you know, me and you, we've done a lot of conventions. A lot of conventions. In fact, I'm looking at a wall right now that has all my press passes from all my conventions, and there are a lot of them. They do something at GalaxyCon that A is brilliant. I mean, brilliant. B, I personally would never do it. But they do what's called the Celebrity Signature Tattoo Experience. This is prearranged. This is prearranged. You pay a certain amount of money. You go to the show at a specific time. There's a special line. You will go in. They sign pre-approved where you're gonna. These like celebrities will sign, and then there's a tattoo booth, and they will tattoo the signature. So, of all the people,
somebody that I would want.
That's what I say. I might in a like a Michael J. Fox maybe, but it's gonna
This shit's gonna be all squiggly.
I'm going to hell.
You gotta catch them on a good day.
I'm going to hell.
And it's like on your face, and
You're
you're
not
like,
even gonna.
fuck. Well, I paid for it. Now I gotta get Michael, scribble on my fucking eyeball.
You're gonna have like the Mike Tyson tattoo that he is.
Like, what is that? Like, I swear to God, it says Michael J. It's CGC verified. He was there. He watched
There's a
him.
sticker on my forehead.
Fucking twitched or whatever. Like,
I'm going to hell. All right.
but
So,
no, like, nobody. I would. I don't know. I just don't like people enough.
Again, it's a unique experience. So you can pay at the cheapest. It is $375.
That includes the tattoo, or is that just the signature?
Hang on, let me explain. It starts at $375 with the highest being $545, and that is with the signature, with a photo op of them, like they'll live record them signing it, and the tattoo. So for $375, at the lowest, and $545 at the highest, you're getting the person to sign you, the video of them signing you, and you getting the tattoo. Now, of all the people we said are going to be there, only 4 of the people have arranged this tattoo experience.
Shatner.
Only 4. You want to guess who those 4?
Shatner, of course.
William Shatner is one of them.
James Olmos, maybe.
Nope, not James Olmos.
Yeah,
think Hellboy.
Oh, the old dude, Perlman.
Ron Perlman. So you got Shatner, Perlman. And
Yeah,
of all the people in that show, who's in the most franchises?
In Hellboy? Or
No. In all the celebrities that are there, what actor is in like every franchise, every major pop culture?
I don't remember who was in there. I looked at that shit like 6 hours ago. I don't fucking remember.
Giancarlo Esposito. The guy Moff Gideon. He's Breaking Bad. He's Star Wars. He's all these things. So that's 3. William Shatner, Ron Perlman, Giancarlo.
So who's next? Carano?
Steve from Blue's Clues.
Are you fucking kidding me? Holy fuck. Who? I want to know who. You gotta wait. I want you to go to that line and film and be like, ask those people, like, why the fuck did you get a fucking Steve from Blue's Clues tattoo?
Those, I can guarantee you, it's some girls with daddy issues
in life where you need a fucking Steve from Blue's Clues tattoo.
I'm telling you, I guarantee it.
Name? Is that his real name?
Steve Burns. That's his name. Steve Burns. Yeah.
What the fuck? What if he outsells everyone? I'd be so pissed.
Well, he's the cheapest, $375, and that gets you the signature, the video, and the tattoo for $375.
You give me $200, I'll sign Steve's name. Sucks my middle name. Fuck.
So it goes, Steve is the cheapest, followed by Ron Perlman, $385, followed by Giancarlo at $425, followed by William Shatner at $545.
Yeah. He was at New York every time we went, $500. Him and Stallone, fucking assholes.
Crazy. So shout out to GalaxyCon, because again, I personally would never do it, but that's a cool,
I guess, yeah. If you got money to blow and you're like a little psychotic, why not?
Here you got. Listen, if you got daddy issues, you're
Guys,
definitely getting
guess what? I
Steve.
got Steve from fucking Blue's Clues. Sign my arm.
That's crazy. I was looking because they had pictures from like other ones too. I'm trying to find
What
where
else they
was.
did? Tara
Yeah.
Reid.
Oh God. Oh God. Now, again, one last shout out to them because on top of all that, like on top of a great guest list, on top of all these cool things, they also have these things called special events. Now you have to pay separately for these special events, ranging from like just a simple admin ticket to a like VIP ticket. But for instance, they have the You Can Call Me Bill red carpet premiere screening and a post show Q&A with William Shatner. It's one thing. Apparently the people from Psych have a podcast called The Psychologists Are In.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Everybody's a podcast.
yeah, everybody has a
nowadays.
podcast nowadays. So
Why
they're
are you
recording
saluting?
they're
Don't
recording a
fucking
live
salute people.
yes shut up, I'm trying to talk.
Are you
They're
saluting the
recording
chats?
I'm saluting the chats because Richard said have a great night. He has to go, so I was just saluting him. Thanks, Richard. So
we
this-
don't know what you're doing. You're just fucking saluting in the middle of a speech.
Sorry, I'm having a
I'm having a
flashback.
stroke, like a PTSD or something. Hi,
Do you
sir.
taste
I was just trying to go back to my room.
you taste toast? I taste toast. So they're doing a live recording of their podcast. The Lawrence brothers have a podcast called Brotherly Love. They're doing a live taping of their podcast.
You know what? If you fucking see them, tell them to stop fucking popping up on my Facebook reels. I'm trying to watch real content, and like I don't know who they pay, but that shit keeps popping up.
I don't
It's
know.
really
They a
annoying.
lot of good advertising. There's going to do a Rocky Horror Experience meet and greet with Barry Botswick, Peter Cullen. This one's cool. So this is a special event with Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime. So basically, what you'll get is it's a Transformers Q&A panel. Obviously, you can ask some questions. You will get one.
I'm Optimus Prime the
Yeah.
whole time.
Basically, okay. You'll get, but here's the thing. So this is what you get. You get the Q&A panel, one autographed item, anything you provide, one selfie with him, and he'll do a voice recording for you.
Fuck
So
yeah,
you
man.
can be like, this is Optimus Prime. You're watching Pop Culture Warrior.
Yeah.
Autobots, roll out. You know,
I
something
know
like
what
that.
you're paying for.
Honestly, if it was a little more
Affordable?
affordable, I would pay for it. But for that special event, it is $300.
Yeah.
So
We can get
little
that one
outside
voice.
my
we
price
can get
range.
the one voice guy to come back on. I'm pretty sure we can do an Optimus.
yeah.
Prime.
And then they're doing like a nerd burlesque show. They're doing like a drunk Disney show where you get
Aren't
drinks.
you headlining that one? Or?
Shh, it's a surprise. They do improv. They do Magic the Gathering card tournaments. I gotta give it
Yeah, that's
respect.
Pull
Respect to
out,
the people.
unique stuff. That's what you got to do. You got to keep people.
I mean, I respect
You
it.
gotta find some extra shit to keep, because everyone could do a con. It's just like, oh, I got this big space and I got a bunch of nobodies to come in here with comic books and shit too. It's like, yeah, do some extra shit to get people to come to your shit. And that's
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. So quick shout out to everybody who's watching on YouTube. Hey man, appreciate you. The big boy says hi. What are you guys doing? So this is Pop Culture Warrior. I'm just testing out the live streaming capability on YouTube. We're normally on Facebook and other places, but so we're just talking pop culture nonsense. But thank you for tuning in, dropping in. And Skelly wants to know, are y'all gay? I mean, no.
No,
$20 is $20. What can I say?
If you do what you love, you're not gay.
If you do what you never work a day in your life if you do what you love.
No, we're infantry, you fucking asshole.
that's just the way we are. Let's see. Scott said pay Peter Cullen to say something like Decepticons are the real heroes.
You should.
I don't think he'd allow that. I don't think he'd allow that.
Megatron is the shit.
Scott. Oh man, the thoughts I have in my head I can't say aloud. Okay. Anyway, now that we've done that, big shout out to you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Let's talk about some shit that actually happened this week. First of all, this, Mike, I know me and you, we're not really PlayStation guys. And that hurts because Spider-Man obviously is such a big, I have such a big heart for Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. And I wish I could play the game. Do you remember a couple months ago, Insomniac, the company behind it, got hit with a major leak, right? You remember that? Well, they leaked all the stuff that was coming for like Wolverine and for all these other games that are coming out soon. One of the things that was leaked was that there was development on a Spider-Man multiplayer game. And, they were saying it's like Sony Spider-Man the game mixed with like GTA Online. And I, hearing that, was like, that sounds kind of lame. But I have to say that there was a leak. And I don't understand how these things work, because there was basically a leak that showed a trailer for the game, a fully finished trailer.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus
So they were
Christ.
far enough along in development that there was an actual trailer for the game. What is disconcerting to me is that they've canceled the game. The game has been canceled
because of the leak, right? Didn't they say we're not releasing it now?
It could be.
Screw you guys, we're going home.
Their reasoning for the leak, or for the cancellation, was that we've decided to focus on single player story mode versus multiplayer. But I have it here for you guys, so I'm gonna share my screen with Mike so that he can see it. 1 second here, but I've got the trailer, and I have some serious thoughts. I think if Angry Elf is out there, buckle up, man, because this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt to see. So, all right, here you go. This is the canceled, mind you, Spider-Man multiplayer game from Insomniac Games.
New York City. Nothing in the whole world I wouldn't do for this big, beautiful apple. One moment, you're scarfing down a slice from Vinny's. The next, you're stopping a supervillain prison break. Sometimes you can swing it as a lone wolf, but you're way better off with some friends.
I got a fool that tells me what to do. Sometimes I feel so nice, I wanna try myself a few. I got soul, and I'm super bad.
I've seen the Sinister Six before. Never so methodical, so savage. I don't think I'm gonna be enough this time, guys. But together, it just might be. You in?
I'm super bad.
And we're back. All right. So I gotta say, that looks incredible. For it to be like that, must have been like alpha build. You can tell it's very smooth. There's not a lot of like graphical fidelity. It was very smooth. It was very rough on the edges. But for what it was, that looked amazing. And I'm sure they probably used most of like the Spider-Man 2 engine and then just added more features to it. But I don't know, man. The idea of like, hey, you and the boys can gang up and be different spider people and do missions and shit.
It's just like it's a great idea. It's like Gotham Knights and shit.
Kinda.
It's the same shit, just spider
But
people. and
built on a
looks
much better
exactly
game.
like the other game. They just
Yeah. It's
added,
just Spider-Man
like,
2 in
multiplayer to
multiplayer.
it. Yeah.
Now, I love the idea of making it like a Spider-Verse game where like you could see they were jumping into different worlds. You had the
Mm,
cartoony world, you had the black and white world. I love that. I love that. Make the main, MCU whatever is the main timeline or whatever, but then jump to the future, jump to the past, jump black and white, all that. It's sad. It's sad that got canceled because
yeah, I'm surprised they would have made money. I don't know why they
mm,
they probably couldn't make something work. They
I
probably like had a bunch of glitches and they didn't want to spend the money to fix it, or they couldn't host it on the servers or something.
there was something there was something that I don't know. Whatever
You
it
had because you
was,
had to be far. They had to be far
they're in
along
alpha build.
where they make a freaking trailer.
Hmm.
So it's like obviously they spend a lot of time and money on it, but something just pushed it over the end where they're like, "Nah, we're good."
I mean, I'm sure part of it had to do with the hack, the leak. Um, again, their claim was that we just decided to focus more on single player stories than the massively multiplayer. I'm sure they also realized that within the space of this like games as a service space, right? So think Gotham Knights, think just Suicide Squad kills the Justice League, think of Marvel's Avengers. These games
Hmm.
that were just designed to have like a little bit of story content and then rely solely on just like button mashing. Like they're trying to go like the WoW, World of
Yeah,
Warcraft of like you just gang up and then you just attack a giant thing for an hour and then you call it a day.
they could
Um,
add it as like an add-on. Maybe that's what they're gonna do.
Ooh, I thought for a second, I thought we crashed.
Did we fucking drop?
I
God damn
thought
it!
we crashed for a second, but we're
Shit just
holding.
froze.
We're holding.
Boost those internets. Tell your kid to run on that treadmill.
Look, are we there? Are we live? Okay, we're live. For those that don't
Again.
know, they're not on the inside joke. We've crashed every week for the last 4 weeks, so I'm just counting the minutes.
We got a pool going
We got
on
a we got a
internally.
Deadpool. We got a Deadpool going. Um, so let's see.
I need you guys to pay up, by the way. Mad Mike
Yes, Angry Elf
at
says
WTF.
live service games usually are rough. That's true. Could have all been the result of all these tech firings recently. That could be part of it. Heath says, "Hear me out. They're just saying canceled so that there are no more attempted leaks.
Could be.
Maybe it's possible. Could be.
But keeping it on the back burner because Sony sucks dick.
Well, I think with them finishing Spider-Man 2 and now focusing on Wolverine, I doubt. I don't know. I don't know. I
They were
just
like, let's see how Madam Web does, and then we'll take it from there.
no. I think
We
I
need
think
more money. But you gotta pay Dakota Johnson. We gotta cancel this fucking game or whatever. And you're like,
No,
fuck.
they
That was
saw
a terrible move. We should have put the money into the game.
they did the same
Somebody
thing,
got
Madam.
fired.
They did the same thing Madam Web did in that they were like, yeah, no, this is all connected. And then they saw this thing falling apart. They're like, nope, cancel it, stand alone. This is not affected. It's not involved. Completely different. Because again, the game was called like the Great Web or something like that, or Enter the Web or some shit like that, which had to do with the multiverse and Madam Web being at the center of all this nonsense. So I guess they're like, yeah, that movie killed any chance of that coming out. Anyway, it just, man, this was the first real look at the canceled Spider-Man game, and you know,
It would have made money. I mean,
I think it would have did
Gotham
good.
Knights. I mean, we bought it. We played it. Was it spectacular? No. Did it fill time? Yeah.
Yeah, played it about as
People
much
would
as the
buy it.
game.
People would play it.
Yeah.
I mean, they bought your other Spider-Man games. Fuck, you got nothing else to go.
They broke
Like,
records. The other two
PlayStation
Spider-Man
only has
games,
like 4 fucking games.
the other games broke records. So moving on, another subject.
Yeah, they don't make money over there at Sony. Like, fuck money.
X-Men 97 is coming out very soon. I think it's like April 15th, I want to say. Somewhere in there. Coming out very soon. Some controversy is coming out of this. I don't know if you saw this.
Jesus Christ.
No, but
It's
but
ma'am, bub.
no,
Waiting for it.
no, not that.
Fucking
Not that.
Wolverine in like a training bra.
So Marvel Studios has
dick off, but I keep trying to make it a vagina, but the dick keeps growing back. God damn. That's why I don't let me make cartoons.
Marvel Studios has fired Boo DeMayo, who is the creator and executive producer of the new X-Men 97. According to The Hollywood Reporter, which first reported the news, Marvel suddenly parted ways with DeMayo earlier this month ahead of the March 20 premiere. Sorry, it was March 20 of the Disney Plus revival X-Men animated series. DeMayo, who also served as a writer-producer on Marvel's live-action Moon Knight series and a writer on the studio's Blade reboot. He had completed all the work on the previously announced second season of X-Men 97 and was reportedly planning a potential third season at the time of his firing. While the reason Marvel fired DeMayo was not disclosed, the showrunner, whose credits include episodes of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, The Witcher, was reportedly lining up press appearances to promote X-Men 97 and was expected to attend the show's premiere March 13th in Hollywood. When the cast and crew were informed, DeMayo was removed from the series that picks up where the original series left off. It says here, on top of that, which already looks pretty suspicious, DeMayo has deactivated his Instagram account where he was sharing updates on the first X-Men project to be produced by Kevin Feige's Marvel Studios. The account had more than 30,000 followers at the time it was deleted. His firing marks the second shocking high-profile exit from a Disney-owned Marvel Studios in a year's time. Last March, veteran executive Victoria Alonso was suddenly fired as Marvel's president of physical production, post-production, VFX, and animation. It was later reported that Disney fired her for repeatedly violating the company's standards of business conduct, which prohibits employees from working for competing studios. She also produced and promoted Amazon's Oscar-nominated Argentina 1985, which is what led to her firing. It's a shock because this guy was a fan of the original 90 series, obviously. He said he couldn't be happier after Marvel announced that it was renewed not just for the first season, but the second season as well. So, what are we thinking here? Why was the
Probably a
creator
Republican. Probably like,
Wolverine comes out wearing a
I'm
little
gonna
red
speak-
MAGA hat?
I'm gonna speak my mind and have an opinion. And Disney's like, fuck you are.
The fuck
The
you are.
fuck you are, bitch. Like, I told you, it's ma'am, bub. That's
Make
season
America
2.
great again, bub. You're like, oh shit, here we go. I don't know.
It's probably because he's working on other shit, and they were like, "No, you're gonna work for us, or else."
I don't know why. I have no reason to suspect this whatsoever. This is complete hearsay and speculation on my part. I feel it's some type of sexual deviance. Like
be
it
that.
came out that he beat up a prostitute or something. I don't know. Whatever it is. He went all
Yeah,
GTA.
it could be that too. He's done a lot of shit, but
He's
it could just be too. They're shaking things up. They're doing the whole realigning and shit's not
Here's
working.
the red
And we're
flags.
trying to make money and stuff.
Here's the red flags with this. Is A, it's
Do we have a picture of him?
days.
Let me see a picture. Does he
okay.
look like a raper?
I mean, possibly. I mean, what does a raper really look like, though?
I'll tell
you
you.
know?
Show me a picture. Like,
Hold on, I'm getting
I'm
it.
looking at one right here. Goatee, no hair on her head. Merchandise.
You suck. Let's see. Oh man, I see now. Now I'm looking at images and I'm going. I could see it. I could see it.
God damn, Michael Cera. Sierra.
Oh no, I can see it now. Hold on a second. Hang on, let me pull this up. Where do I have my? Let's see.
By the way, add that to the board of people not coming on.
Add it to the board. Well, I mean, if he's not good enough for X-Men 97, he's not good enough for...
He's not good enough for Disney. He's perfect for our show.
All right, here we go. Hang on. This is I already don't want to share this, but all right, here we go.
Oh yeah, that guy definitely rapes people. Oh yeah, 100%. That dude's raping people.
I'm just
100%.
saying. I'm just saying. Here, let's take a look here. This is our guy here. This is.
It's definitely fucking Bill Cosby and some people.
I mean.
I made you a drink, darling.
Come on. Okay, remember, I didn't see these pictures before I made my comment, but does this not look a little
100% sexual predator? 100%.
Again, speculation, hearsay.
I guarantee
I'm not trying to get sued for defamation.
If he was important enough of a person, they would come out that he was raping people.
I mean, I'm not gonna get sued for defamation over here, but I will say that seems a bit rapey.
I ain't got shit to give.
It seems
What,
just
a
a
1994 Ranger bass boat. Fucking run
so.
half the time.
I honest to God, I don't know why, because again, I have no information, but I feel like this is not about X-Men or about like Disney budgeting or anything.
No, Disney's all about like their perception and what people think of them.
Yes.
Look at James Gunn. They fired him for shit for 20 years prior, and then they're like,
for like a
"Oh
tweet.
fuck, nobody else can do this shit. Like we need him back."
For a tweet he said like 20 years
Gina
ago.
Carano, they fired for fucking being a Republican. They fired her for being a fucking Republican and speaking her mind. So like, yeah, it's Disney. They don't like fuck around. Like when you hit puberty, you're fucking out. If you're over puberty, like you can't do shit.
Angry Elf wins
lockdown.
Angry Elf wins best comment. Show me on the Wolverine figure where the bad man touched you.
Exactly.
Right here, bub. he showed me his shink.
Shink.
Snicked.
He was like shink.
He took off his pants and he went snicked.
No, that would be the best.
God.
Please make that a thing.
Oh man.
If you're the one who like filed the raper complaint, be like, he said shink.
So yeah, I think the show's gonna be a hit. I do.
I hope it is, and at least we got 2 seasons. Thank you, but
if
they fired fucking what's his name? Sorry about it. You do a cartoon. They fired fucking goddamn, I can't remember. My fucking brain ain't working. The guy from Ant-Man. He's supposed to do in every movie.
Edgar Wright.
No, the fucking guy that
the original guy that wrote Ant-Man.
The guy from Loki and shit.
Oh, Tom Hiddleston. No. Oh, wait, you mean?
Jesus Christ!
The guy that played Kang.
That was supposed to be
the guy that played Kang. Yes,
the Conqueror. God damn, if they fired Kang the Conqueror, they're gonna fire a fucking peon that's writing fucking a cartoon.
Yes. They took out a conqueror. Now they took out a creator. Anyway.
That's perfect.
That's great, right? Jonathan Majors. Thank you, Jeffrey. Jonathan Majors.
God forbid we fucking know.
It's funny because we talked about it for months, and then it's just like my brain was just like, nope.
TBI, you're like fucking somebody Mike's never heard of. Like, no, bitch, no, fucking major motherfucker. Like,
oh man, because you said I thought you said the writer of Ant-Man. And I was like, oh yeah, the first Ant-Man.
Fuck wrote Ant-Man, bitch.
Well, the first one was originally written by Edgar Wright, the guy who wrote Shaun of the Dead, and then they got rid of him and they brought in Peyton Reed.
No, I meant the fucking quantum realm. Shit.
Gotcha.
But I couldn't think because goddamn, I got blown up, you asshole.
Fuck you and fuck your injuries.
All you do is shit on handicapped people. God, fuck.
That does sound like a good time.
Lucky we're not on Disney. Fucking out.
I'll be out of here with my Republican ass. All right, jumping from Marvel to DC news.
How about we take a break? I gotta go to the bathroom.
You know what?
It's 9 o'clock.
You guys have earned it. I was really hoping this show would crash, but it hasn't.
This game would what?
This show would crash. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we got more
news.
stories. More stories to tell you about DC, about Fallout, about King of the Hill, and some other stuff. Lots to talk about. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more right after this. Shorts.
You're listening to the sounds of WTF Nation Radio.
Hey, you there? Yeah, it is right, you. Let me ask you something, alright? Where the hell do you think that you're going? Oh, would you think because the show's going to commercial that means you get to just walk away? Well, CQ asked me to pass on the little message, alright? And it says, I'll be back.
After all I've done, do you love me now? Do you love me now? After all I've said, running through your head, do you love me now? Do you love me now? And if I told you everything, I bet you cry and run away.
You're watching Pop Culture Warrior. The force is strong. They have the high ground.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Hey everybody, me and Mad Mike are back in the building. Breaking news. This literally just came out since we've been on air.
The X-Men guy was raping people. God damn, we're fucking good.
Called it. No. Worse. Worse news.
Jeez, how's it worse than that?
Listen to this and tell me if I'm wrong. Sony's third
Biden
Venom
was
movie.
raping the fucking X-Men dude. Jesus Christ.
Sony's third Venom movie just got a major update. Tonight, it was announced
Canceled it.
that the full title, even worse, I would prefer the cancel. The full title of Venom 3 will be Venom.
Madam Carnage.
That actually sounds not that bad. It's called Venom: The Last Dance.
God.
How
Just,
absolutely stupid
it's like they're just
is that?
hell bent on just ruin. Like they don't want people to pay money to see their stuff.
Venom: The Last Dance.
Like where?
Is it a musical? Cos wants to know, is it- At this point, fuck it.
Wouldn't
Might
be
as well.
surprised, like
Might as
Mean
well make it a
Girls or
musical.
whatever, yeah.
It will be released October 25th, which is 2 weeks earlier than originally predicted at November 8th. Last franchise producers. Yeah, this is gonna be. Oh my god, it's it's being directed by Kelly Marcel, who directed 50 Shades of Grey. That's yeah.
How, like Tom, what Tom Hardy? What happened, bud? Like what happened to you? Who hurt you? You said do like quality work, and now he's just like, yeah, you know what?
I just
They just don't want money. Nobody's gonna see it.
I'm
Nobody
just
wants
done.
to see it.
I'm done. I need to know.
It's like, why are you like who's your test audience? Where do you go? Like, what are they doing? Like, where are they testing these movies? They going to like, oh look, this is a home full of fucking retarded people. Like, this is a great place to test this film out at.
I mean, obviously, no one who's ever tested has actually read a comic book. Like, that's just
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
Just
going to like the prison. Like, yeah, you know what I want to see? Do we fucking die?
No,
God damn
no.
it.
I was just checking. You might have. But here's the thing. It's almost.
Can't do the show when I'm worried about the fucking thing crashing every 2 minutes. Work over these conditions. I'm gonna go to Sony. He says this fucking release shit. Now I know how they feel.
At least they can keep the movie running for the full 2 hours.
It might be garbage, but it's not gonna quit on them.
Here's the thing. It, to me, you know what it feels like? This is what it feels like. It feels like they are trying to push the envelope. They're like, how bad can we make a movie and people still come to see it? Like, that's what it feels like. Because every movie has gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And now it's the Venom: The
It's just
Last
no,
Dance.
it's what did it like? I actually learned it from fucking Zack Snyder when he was on Joe Rogan. But it's just studio interference. And that's why I always wondered, I'm like, why the fuck does Zack Snyder have a fucking director's cut for every movie he's ever fucking done? And some of them have multiple cuts. It's because he does the studio's bitch work and then he goes to home video and he does the fucking cut that
Yeah.
he wanted to release that the studio said he couldn't release.
He shoots the movie he wants, and then he has to cut it the way the movie studio wants it.
And it's like this is what Sony's doing. They're just fucking all these dumb executives were like, you know what I want? This and that and this and that. And it's like they're fucking ruining all the movies because they have no clue what they're doing. They've never read the material and they think like this is they're all like high on fucking, little boy semen and cocaine. Raping 15-year-olds.
You
and they
can't
don't like
say those things. We're gonna get deleted as a channel.
I can say whatever I want. It's fucking true. Like those guys don't
It's
give
true,
a
but
fuck.
you
They're
can't
on
say
another
it.
planet. God damn it. I watch Wolf of Wall Street. I know what's up.
I know what's
They're
up.
fucking shooting midgets at dartboards.
I hung out with Epstein. I know what's up.
Yeah.
I've been to the island a
And they're
dozen
like,
times.
You know what people want to see? They want to see him do this. And it's like, nobody fucking wants to see that, you dumbass.
I was willing to let Joker Folie à Deux or whatever the fuck it's called. Like they're like it's kind of like a musical thing.
No.
Because I get
fucking refuse to watch it. I never
It's-
watched it. You're ruining the character.
It's just like when you're you have to think of this in the light of like in Harley Quinn's mind, right? She's warped and everything's this lovely musical kind of, anyway, I can go with that. I can go with it. I don't like it, but I can go with it. I can understand it's a creative choice or whatever. But what they're doing to Venom is just wrong. It's
They missed
just
the fucking boat
wrong.
big fucking time.
They've made
You wanted to do like multiple movies? Fucking throw him in with fucking goddamn Tom Holland and Spider-Man. It's literally one of the best fucking Spider-Man villains of all time, aside from Punisher. Fucking put him in the movies. You could do fucking 2 or 3. Send him his bitch ass to San Francisco like they did in the fucking comic book, and you can spin him off and then more fucking movies. And then you introduce Carnage, fucking greatest villain of all time, and you can make a fuck ton of money. But no, what do? Fucking a bunch of blow, and your fucking stupid idiot ass is fucking ruin it. Anyways, god damn. It's like they fucking are allergic to money or something. You got the goddamn money truck and you didn't back it up.
fair.
Sorry. I take Venom and fucking Carnage personally. I take it to heart. It's 2 of my favorite characters, and they ruined both of them.
I mean, you don't think it's one of my favorite characters? Like, Jesus Christ. I mean, Jeffrey, I love your comment though. He's like, so what is this? An erotic Venom movie? Venom is gonna
Basically.
be
It's like he's gonna
daddy.
be banging fucking Woody Harrelson in the fucking shit.
Venom is gonna be daddy to Eddie Brock's subby. I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. Could it be worse than Morbius? Yes.
No.
I think
Well,
it can
yeah.
be.
You would like to think no, but I don't know. I stopped watching Carnage. I didn't finish Carnage. I fucking shut it off.
There was no point. I would have said a few weeks ago,
I never
you-
watched Morbius. I
you
refuse
can't
to
be
watch.
worse than Morbius. I unfortunately watched Morbius.
I watched the trailer because you fucking made me watch it on the show, and I was pissed about watching the trailer.
I unfortunately watched Morbius because I was like, it can't be nearly as bad as they say it is. It was. And a couple weeks ago, I would tell you, there's no way.
Leto should just change his name to Let Down. Like Jared Let Down, because that's all he fucking does.
That's fair. That's fair. He's now ruined 2 legendary figures in comic book history.
And he makes shitty fucking music too.
Debatable. So I would have said there's no way you can make a worse movie than Morbius while still calling it a comic book movie.
Then
And then
Madam
they
Web
Madam
came out, and
Web.
they're like, bet
Wow.
challenge accepted.
Like
See,
the bar was here, and they had to like limbo displace spinal column. Like they fractured their column to get under that bar
It's like
and
they
set
were
a
like,
whole new world record.
"Hey, Nicolas Cage, what wouldn't you do for a movie? Like, if we pitch you this, would you do?" And then it's like until he was like, "No, I wouldn't do that." And then they went to John Travolta and they're like, "What? Well, you wouldn't do this? Would you do this movie?" "Yeah, I'd do that." Until he wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
and then that's like, "We got it now, guys. Let's
We
do
got it.
this."
Kaz says Venom had a song written by Eminem, badass song. The new Venom song will be written by the Spice Girls in a reunion tour.
Wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, can't make it worse.
Right?
It can't be worse. Let's see what else. We were on break and I read that and I was just cursing up a storm. I was like, this is bullshit. This is so stupid. For a second, I believed, okay, maybe because I was like, all right, because no, we had Madam Web, we had Craven, and then we have Venom 3 coming out. I was like, all right, maybe after Morbius we can write this. And then Madam Web was like, and like, okay, well, I mean, we still got Craven and Venom 3, and yeah, no, it's gone. Do you think they finally let it go after Venom? Like,
No.
Craven comes out, bombs.
No.
We know Venom's gonna come out and bomb. Do you think Sony finally goes, okay, we're just throwing money away at this point? Do they just give up and give it back to
No.
No.
They'll never let it go. They'll wait. They're gonna wait 5-10 years, just like with Spider-Man. They waited. They did Amazing Spider-Man. Like, didn't do well, and then they're like, "Can you help us out, Marvel? I mean, Disney. Can you throw us a bone?" They won't give it back. Disney will. They're gonna wait for Disney to buy them out, which I don't know if they want to anymore.
I don't think they have the money for it.
I think they'll wait. They'll wait 5-10 years, and then they'll release some shit, and then they'll like. It's just like fucking DC.
So let's see, with Venom 2, Morbius, and not Madam Web, which they say is not connected. That's bullshit. So with 4 movies in the books, and all these post-credit scenes have led to absolutely nothing. No matter how much they're teasing crossovers, it's led to nothing, and it will lead to nothing. Where you have in, what was it, Far From Home, No Way Home, at the end, we see there's a little bit of black ooze left in our MCU, our proper MCU. I'm willing to bet that
when
Marvel
Venom
could-
fails, they're gonna put them in Spider-Man movies.
Marvel could totally do a good version of Venom. I feel like
Oh yeah, Marvel fucking would crush it because they know what they're doing.
do a
They
really
plan it out. They know the comic books. They have people that have read or wrote the fucking comic books, not just some fucking whack job who's like, "Yeah, you know what I always want to see."
I mean, it's true. So okay,
They have a plan. They're not just like
switching gears.
throwing darts at a board. Like, let's see what we're gonna do.
Switching gears over to the DC side of the house. Obviously, we still don't entirely know what the fuck is going on with the new DC universe because A, nothing's come out, and B, there's not really a dedicated roadmap of what's going on. But I've got some news. Maybe this clears up some things. So, because the new DC Studios is starting fresh with its releases, no DC projects up until now will be canon in the new DC universe. I reiterate, nothing before, not even today, but I think it's the first one is the Creature Commandos is going to be the first official new DCU universe proper, nothing prior to that will be canon. No matter who said what, no matter what, nothing will be canon. But to clarify, that means even films and shows that were made by James Gunn, i.e., The Suicide Squad, will not be canon. Peacemaker will not be canon. But you've heard there's going to be people from Suicide, and they're doing a season 2 of Peacemaker. How does that make sense? Well, this is how. All those old things aren't in the same continuity as the releases coming up, such as Superman and Creature Commandos. Again, they reiterate, first season of Peacemaker is not canon, but the second season will be in canon. How does that make sense? I don't know. So James Gunn went on to say that season 2 of Peacemaker will take place after the events of his Superman movie. In a thread discussing the events of Peacemaker's sophomore outing, he just simply said season 1 isn't canon, but season 2 will be. So he says, this is straight from James Gunn, the mastermind behind the new DCU. He says, nothing is canon until Creature Commandos comes out, which is going to be an animated film. And then there'll be a deeper dive into the universe with Superman Legacy. After that, there will be Peacemaker Season 2, which will then make it part of the current DCU continuity. He's calling his Superman movie a very human drive to, he said this idea of people wanting to know everything that's coming. He says it's a very human drive to want to understand everything all the time, but I think it's okay to be confused on what's happening in the DCU since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet. Creatures in Commando, don't Google that. Creatures in Commando. No, don't Google that. Creature Commandos is the name of the series. Gunn continued, and yes, some actors will be returning to play characters they've played in other stories, and some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of films, shows, and animated projects that have come out of DC from the past, but nothing is canon until Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy. So hopefully that clears that up. Nothing is canon. Even though we've heard the kid from Blue Beetle is coming back, even though we know Peacemaker is coming back, even though we know members of Suicide Squad are coming back, none of the previous iterations of anything are canon until Creature Commandos comes out, and then everything moving forward. Minus, because again, DC's got to be DC, things that are considered Elseworld stories, such as the Joker movies or the Batman movies. Which, speaking of which, Batman, if you were looking forward to, remember, there's going to be the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman, and then there's going to be the James Gunn DCU Batman. Two different things. Batman 2, Part 2, the Matt Reeves Batman film, has been delayed. Obviously, due to the writer's strike, the actor's strike, all the things, everything's been pushed back further and further. So now instead of opening October 3rd of 2025, we have to wait till October 2nd of 2026, which will make it 5 years between Batman movies. Obviously, again, unsurprising. Let's see the notes here. It will James Gunn's, because so you're gonna get the James Gunn Superman in 2025 before you get the other Batman in 2026. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Which means, because we do know there's a Batman Brave and Bold or something like that coming out.
Brave and the
Bold, which is going to be like a Batman and Son storyline, apparently. So in theory, we can have 2 Batman movies coming out in the same year that are completely unrelated.
It's so going to confuse people.
Yeah, people are going to be so confusing. So last year, Matt Reeves, the director, indicated that the timetable on the sequel was indeed going to be longer than expected. He says, I can't really give an update in terms of specifics, except to tell you that we are hard at work on the script. My partner and I are deep in it, and I'm excited about what we're going to do. James Gunn also voiced his enthusiasm for the Batman 2 after seeing the ideas that Reeves and his team were hatching for the sequel. He says Matt is working on the Batman 2, which he thinks of as a Batman crime saga, which also includes the continuity of the Penguin TV series, which is coming out soon. And it's its own thing. And he's hard at work on that. He came in, he pitched us some amazing, really cool stuff. And our plan is for that to continue. So the Batman will live off on its own.
What's he gonna do? Like Robert Pattinson will hit puberty by then. Like,
Hopefully,
it'll be
that's the
totally
goal.
weird.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That he can grow some stubble by the filming of. He's like, don't shave from now until that movie. We might have some stubble, or like 6 dots. We'll fill in the rest with CGI. It's fine. We did it for Superman. We'll CGI it. Is that just movies, or does that include comics as well? Oh, great question. This
Completely different.
is only for the visual medium of movies and TV.
If it does well, it'll go to the comic books.
Yeah, pretty
because
much like the MCU.
they fucking need content. Bad.
Yeah, it is. I don't
You
know.
can, only
Have you checked
copy,
in?
you can only copy Marvel for so long.
Have you checked in on DC Comics in a while? Because man, they are, woo, they're out there. I
Whatever they can try to do to make. They did like 1,000 Joker, like, it's so sad. Laughing. They did the whole laughing shit with all this.
They went real dark
Jesus
there for a few
Christ.
minutes because I remember at first it was Deceased. Remember that one where like all the characters were dead and they were being brought back
Yeah.
from the dead, and it was like the whole Black Lantern ring thing. And I guess that did really well. So they're like, okay, let's make some other dark, evil, twisted shit. So then they did the whole like the Batman Who Laughs, but then they did like
Yeah, Who
every
Laughs.
evil version, the red,
Yeah.
crimson, whatever, and the this and that and all that. So that was big for a minute. Right now, the comics are weird.
Well, they did
man.
the owl. They had the Court of Owls was
Court of Owls.
successful, so everything was fucking owl.
Yeah,
They're just so
it's-
like unoriginal. And now Marvel's doing the vampire shit. So what do you think fucking DC's gonna do? A couple months, fucking vampire shits.
So Jeffrey says, I thought I heard that James said that the only movies that were considered canon were the old Christopher Reeve Superman and Michael Keaton Batman movies. While I think that would be cool to see what he would do with that, going on his most recent comments, nothing is canon until Creature Commandos comes out. And that'll be the first hard continuity beginning of the new DCU.
Yeah, I don't
We
think
also
they wanna
know
touch that because they tried to do Superman Returns, which is a fucking hot, fucking steaming pile of shit.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Only person that didn't think it was that bad because he rides that dick.
You gotta admit the bullet hitting the eyeball thing, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Where it was like, anyway. We do know that there's a Viola Davis led Waller TV show that's coming as well. That's gonna like, we're gonna learn more about Amanda Waller. I guess that's thing. So again, it can be confusing because she played Amanda Waller in all the other stuff, and now she's
Yeah.
playing it here. So we can see why. I just look. I respect James Gunn as a storyteller and as a creative and someone who's put these things together. And I really, really hope this works out. Because again, call me a Marvel fanboy if you want. I would love a really good Batman movie. I would love a really good Superman movie. I enjoyed the Suicide Squads. I just want good storytelling that is enjoyable.
It's just he's involved. They paid all this money for all these things. It's like, so they're gonna release them. They fucking released Aquaman 2. It's like they're gonna release it because they paid money to do it, and then he's got to try to navigate studio bullshit and create his own shit on top of that. So it's like fucking, he's refereeing, and there's not really set rules. So it's like you just gotta ride this shit out, and then It's not like Marvel and fucking Disney where they're like, okay, you guys, Downey Jr. set the standard, like just take it from here. It's like, no, they released all this hot fucking garbage that they paid millions of dollars for. They paid all these fucking people and actors and shit. It's like they're gonna release it no matter what, and you can't just say they want your fucking money and they're gonna release all this shit, even though I told them it's gonna be fucking garbage. It might be okay. He's got to, oh, my shit's gonna be over here. It's separate from that. Like, it's like politics, okay? He's got to roll with it and fucking listen to what he says, and then hopefully his shit works out.
I'm willing in James. I trust. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
He hasn't let us fucking down yet.
Exactly. My whole thing is, I will pay. Well, I think Creature Commandos comes out like at HBO Max, but I'll pay for Superman Legacy. I'll see it. I'm not even that big of a Superman fan, but I will go see it because I will give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
I paid to see Black Adam, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's done nothing like that we haven't liked. We'll see it. You picked some fucking sketchy fucking. Like, the shit you're basing your movies off is pretty fucking sketchy, but we're gonna ride with you, we're not gonna die with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made Guardians of the Galaxy relevant.
James Gunn.
He made Guardians of the Galaxy relevant, and he made the superior of the two Suicide Squad movies. So, I mean, and the Peacemaker series, which was fucking off the wall awesome.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. A couple quick. Greg said, I can't imagine Madam Web tested well, which makes me wonder how bad that canceled Batgirl movie was. Can we start a change.org petition to make Sony stop making superhero movies? I'm with it, man. I'll sign up.
Sony's like, let me get that Batgirl movie, bro.
I'll release the shit out of that.
Let me buy that Batgirl.
Like, how bad? And from the people that were in it, they said it wasn't bad. Like, what's his name? Was in it as Pyro, Brendan Fraser, and he said it was actually really good. That he saw some of it and that it was really good. I don't know.
It's the shit that Warner Brothers they released Batman Forever and Batman Robin. That thing had to be bad. It'd be so bad. They released nipples on a Batman costume.
I mean. Yeah, and then there's the whole thing of where like they were saying Keanu can make Constantine too, which that's gonna have to be outside DC. I mean, unless like James said, you might see some people return to play characters that they played before, even though it's not canon. So he might somehow bring
him navigating the studio shit. It's like the studio's like, we want these things. He's just trying to navigate the waters. But yeah, like even that, like, yeah, Constantine was okay. Yeah, it was an alright movie.
It was different, and at least that's trying something.
But do we I'm okay with that 20 fucking years later? Like, probably not. I mean,
done well. Did it done by James Gunn, maybe.
Like I liked Keanu's version. The guy was British in the comic. They did the show on like
WB, CW,
CW, and it was all right. Like Legends that was how it was in the comic book, just like toned down a little. But
yeah.
Do we need another fucking one? Does Keanu need more money? No. Like, just don't do it.
He just said, first of all, I respect him. He said because I think the question was asked him of like, what character would you like to return to of all the stuff you've done? And out of all, I mean, he's done a lot. And out of all the things, he said Constantine. He enjoyed that and would like another stab at it. So I think that's cool for him to be that. But
can they make it good? Yeah, I'm sure they could if they listen to the right people.
True.
I would imagine he's read the comic books. That's why he likes the character. I would hope.
Great segue. Speaking of making things good, can they make things good? Fallout. We are just days away from the Fallout series, which, God bless them, they're dropping all the episodes at once. Hallelujah.
Jesus.
Hallelujah.
It's the most annoying shit when you film the whole thing and you fucking I pay for your service and you make me fucking tune in once a week to watch the fucking thing. Like, fuck you. Like,
Yes.
really?
The reason I'm bringing this up, stay with me here. Fallout 5 is a game that is many, 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 many years away from being released. Many years. But based on some comments, it's very possible that the upcoming Fallout 5 game might have helped shape the direction of the new Prime Video Fallout TV show. So back in 2022, Bethesda's Todd Howard confirmed that Fallout 5 would be the company's next project after Elder Scrolls 6, which still hasn't come out yet. So we know we're a ways away. So we're, current projection is Fallout 5 won't be out till like 2030. That's the projection.
Jesus Christ.
Despite this, Todd Howard seems to already have some core ideas in place for Fallout 5 and didn't want them to be used for the franchise's adaptation to TV. So speaking to Den of Geek, Howard addressed recent comments from Fallout showrunner Graham Wagner about how the television series is essentially being viewed as Fallout 5 rather than adapting the story that will eventually be seen in Fallout 5 one day. Wagner and fellow writer Jonathan Nolan made it clear that the Fallout show tells its own standalone story in the same universe. So this is cool. This is cool. Because, we all know the Fallout universe. Every game's slightly different, story slightly different, but it's the telltale signs are there. So what they're saying is that they're basing this show, yes, within the Fallout universe, but that it's within the universe that is the next Fallout game. Right? Because if you've played a Fallout game, there's Vegas, there's Boston, there's DC. They're all happening at kind of different times, kind of different elements involved, even though you always have like the Brotherhood of Steel and you have like all these usual points.
They should do Florida.
Fallout Florida.
The most epic fucking show and game. And it
Well,
would
that's what GTA is
give
doing.
the
GTA is
fucking
doing Florida.
shaft to GTA too. It's like the
So-
Gator Boys, and they're like fucking riding gators and shit.
So this then prompted Nolan to say that those working on the show have already been privy to some of the details tied into Fallout 5. They basically, they didn't want what they had planned for the game to end up on the series, so they had to say, "Hey, don't do this, because we're doing this in the game." So that's really cool because now we know that the series will
Some idea of what
it will
the game
live
be
within
like.
that same universe as the next game without taking away from it.
So if they have something cool, like new, like guns or something, it might be in the
It
game.
might be.
Depending on if we like it or not.
Jeffrey, that's funny.
Wink, wink.
Fallout New Orleans. Oh wait, New Orleans is already there.
It already fell off.
There's not much they can do. He said, well, there were some things where I said, don't do this because we're going to do that in Fallout 5. Howard said of his conversations. With this in mind, it's clear that Howard already knows the direction that Fallout 5 will go, even though he won't end up fully working on the game for many more years. Fortunately, the Fallout TV series will be here before you know it, coming out April 11th. Oh, we're only like a month away. Oh! It consists of 8 episodes in total, with all of the episodes available day 1, April 11th on Amazon
That's
Prime.
what I hate. 12 episodes is a season.
Well, I mean,
We need to go back. Stop fucking ripping us off. We're paying good money.
an hour
12
episode, I think 8
episodes.
is good.
No, it's not an hour though.
How do you know?
It's not an hour.
How do you know?
What show have you watched where they
All
gave you
I'm
an
saying,
hour of content?
I'm not saying it will be. I'm just saying I can do
They
8
give you
episodes
35
if they're an hour.
minutes and fucking 15 minutes of fucking credits. And they give you 45 minutes. They give you fucking 50 minutes. Like, no show has been an hour.
I will take 47 minutes, including credits. I'll take it. 8 episodes.
I need 12 episodes, 60 minutes long. Add your credits on the end. You
I'd
could
like to see
do
a
it.
remake.
I have faith in you. Quit fucking ripping us off.
Red Forest says, I'd like to see a remastered Fallout 1 and 2 in the style of Fallout 4. Yeah, man. Like, if they did a. Yeah. I'm surprised no one's done that. Because Fallout 1 and 2 were like top down scrollers, I think, if I remember correctly. It wasn't until 3 that they got into the 3D modeling and first person view. So, yeah, if you did Fallout 1 and 2, I could see that. I could see that doing well. And even yeah. I'm with it. Jerry says as long as it's not bad as Rings of Power, I'll be fine. I've heard
What are you
things.
talking about? Didn't it win a fuck ton of Emmys?
I mean, since when do awards actually mean something was good?
Never.
So what else we got? What else? In TV news, shifting gears to TV news, I was one of the people very excited to hear, and God, I hope I'm not the only one. King of the Hill is coming back. Very, very excited for that. Slight bummer is they had started recording episodes. The strike happened, so obviously they went on hiatus. And during the strike, the voice actor that does Dale passed away. Johnny Hardwick is his name.
Yeah, but didn't he do all of his shit before he
He
died?
only recorded the vocals for 4 episodes. Because remember, they stopped filming when the strike happened. So the news article I have here says King of the Hill is currently in the works on a new revival series for Hulu, and one of the stars behind the original has offered an update on how the series is going following the passing of Johnny Hardwick. Although a new revival series for the classic animated sitcom has been rumored to be in the works for the last few years, it wasn't until early 2023 that a revival was confirmed to be in the works to release on Hulu, bringing back the creators and members of the original series voice cast, with work on the new series beginning in full last spring. As the King of the Hill revival series continues its production, there are still many questions fans have been asking about the series, especially following the passing of Dale Gribbles, Johnny Hardwick. Speaking to Variety about the production of the new series, Pamela Adlon, who is the voice of Bobby in the series, offered an update about the King of the Hill revival and revealed how special it felt with her as the new series finds that sweet spot behind the classic episode New Era. She says, it feels really special. And there's a new generation of young writers who are writing the scripts and finding that sweet spot of the classic vintage King of the Hill and this kind of new era. We're very blessed. It's hard because we lost Johnny Hardwick, and he had recorded only about 4 episodes, and that feels really raw. But he's here with us in spirit. It feels like a family. It feels really good. So obviously, it's clear that the impact of Hardwick is going to be difficult to deal with. It seems like they're finding a way past it. So I don't know if they're going to redo the first 4 episodes and say, screw it, let's just start with him not there. Or are they going to use those 4 episodes and transition to him, out off screen? Hard to say exactly.
Let's get somebody that does it close. That's what they do.
It's
voice acting. There's thousands of people that can mimic that guy.
I don't know, man.
They did in Rick and Morty.
To Scott's point, Dale is the best actor.
Demo dango.
No. That's Boomhauer. You're thinking Boomhauer. Dale was the very, very high nasally. He was the nasally voice.
I'm sure if you go on TikTok, you'll find 500 people that could do the same voice. Just saying.
Probably. Yes, Dale was the best. I can't wait to see Hank Hill discovering TikTok. So
I just want to know what he's gonna do now. Like, is he gonna do like pellet smoking or?
That's the
got
thing.
All them pellets.
All them pellets. So everybody obviously is wondering, like, what is this gonna be like X-Men 97, where they just pick up where they left off, or is this gonna be, hey, they were last seen 20 years ago, and now where are they now? I will say, I read an article with what's his name? The guy that plays Stephen Root, the guy that plays Bob Strickland in the series. He did say, he hinted that I'm excited to see where Bobby is at now that he's older. Like, so we don't know if he
It's like
slipped.
focus on Bobby.
Well, it's all the characters, but to me that means this is a
Yeah.
time jump, right? This is we're current day.
Which
So
makes sense. It's
you're
like
gonna
what-
get-
you're gonna see fucking Hank Hill at 100 years old, like, oh, dang it, Bob. And
I mean,
they're
you gotta
out
figure
front, like,
Hank in that series was probably what 40, had to have been about 42,
yeah, 40s.
44,
Yeah.
early 40s, right? Because he
I
had a
think
12-year-old.
they wanted him to be in his 30s, but
He was early 40s.
he
I
came
have
off
to
at his
say.
40s.
Yeah, early
he's
40s.
They just aged. Well, it's like where they lived. They lived in Texas, and they were like
yeah. So
religious. Those people look older.
they look old. He was actually 26.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
and Peggy was his
fucking
cousin.
prudes or whatever.
But yeah, so 20 years later, you know, how
He's about the same age as Hank was. What's he doing now as a fucking millennial?
yeah, he'd be in his late.
Propane is bad for the environment. You know, selling
He's-
electric. Yeah, I'm selling electric grills, and like fucking his dad, like fucking. Dang it, Bobby!
Dang it, Bobby, with this electrical
Propane
nonsense.
tastes better.
He's vaping. He's on TikTok. He's doing I
Yeah.
can imagine Bobby doing TikTok dances and
Eating Tide Pods. And
oh man.
he was the epitome of the modern kid. Like
Greg,
we were like, this is so
yeah.
stupid. No kids act like that, and they were like
Yeah.
exactly dumb as shit. Like
It's like what South Park does, you know. It takes what's real and makes it funny. Greg said the new Beavis and Butthead was actually really great, and he has a feeling this will be good too. Mike Judge does good work, man. He does good work, so I'm excited to see where that goes. But it's sad when you look back and you go, okay, Dale's character's gone. People forget Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy did the voice of Luann.
Luann.
You know, she's been gone for quite some time now. So yeah, it'd be
That shit was crazy.
yeah, it'd be sad.
But it's that's voice act. Like everyone can sound like anyone. It's kind of what sucks. Like that. It's like the fucking thing that sucks about being a voice actor. It's like anyone can replace you. If you're actually on the screen with your face, it's like it's a little harder, but
and
they
given
can
the rise
like,
of
if
AI,
they want you in there, they could put you in there. But it's like
Mhm.
voice acting. It's like, yeah, you're replaceable.
Pete says Mad Mike can play Dale. He looks just like him.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to put the shades and a hat, ball cap on, and yeah. I
Talk
think you
a
look
little
more like
higher.
Boomhauer. I do think you look more like Boomhauer.
Demo.
All right, let's see. A couple more, and then we're gonna call it a night. Give Frank Caliendo a call. Yeah, that dang on dude.
Jesus Christ!
does
Call
some-
back to like fucking 1999.
He's still active. He's still doing his thing.
Yeah, like in the like
Frank
old folks
Caliendo.
retirement home,
Well, no, he does all the voices
He's
on
playing the chow hall at like Bragg or something.
Fox
like-
Sports, man. When they was it Fox Sports when they do, he like dresses up as all the guys and then does their anyway.
They got
Whatever.
rid of him. Like, it's just annoying.
Let's see. So somebody asked me
He's
last.
the Wish version of Carlos Mencia.
Jesus Christ. Someone asked me last week, and they were like, "Well, what games are you looking forward to?" And I really couldn't think of what games were even coming out.
Are they
anytime
releasing
soon.
games?
Are they releasing? That's what I felt like. So I found an actual calendar of game releases. Now, there were a ton, and no one's ever heard of them. I've skipped over those. So I tried to pinpoint things that might be considered somewhat notable. So March 14th, which is in just 2 days, Star Wars Battlefront Classic is coming out on every system. So they're going back to the old Battlefront. March 19th, Hi-Fi Rush comes out. Not impressive on its own, but it's a Xbox exclusive coming to PS5. So I thought that was notable. That's the first official Xbox exclusive going to PS5. Then March 19th also has MLB The Show 24. March 20th. Alone in the Dark is coming back. I'm curious because as a young man, I was terrified of that game. That game was truly, truly terrifying. I don't think I ever came close to finishing it. So I guess they're redoing it modern day, whatever have you. But PC, PS5, Xbox, yada, yada, yada. That's March 20th. March 26th, one that I'm actually looking forward to, South Park Snow Day is being released. And if you played Stick of Truth or The Fractured Butthole, great games.
It's also, they stole the name of your fucking autobiography. Those
Yes.
assholes.
Yes.
You made a good chunk of change off that.
Yeah, it was, those were great games. I enjoyed those. And now they're taking those games, kind of like what Spider-Man was doing, taking two really good games that they made and
100
making it a
times better.
multiplayer. It's
And
a
on
multiplayer
every
co-op.
system. Yeah, it's on every system.
It's every system. Every system.
Oh,
Yes,
it's
cause
fucking entertaining.
the game was called The Fractured, but B-U-T, Whole, W-H-O-L-E. So it's fractured, but it is whole.
Yeah.
But when you read it, it's The Fractured Butthole.
And
That's how
your
they get-
autobiography was Fractured Butthole,
Yeah.
B-U-T-T-H-O-L-E.
H-O-L-E. Yes.
Yeah.
So don't confuse the two.
Don't confuse the two.
That's right.
It's 3 copies. I have one. You have one.
Yes. And I sold one for free. So April 16th sees Grounded, again, another Xbox exclusive, coming to PS4, PS5, and Switch. April 23rd. Yes, exactly, cause that's exactly it. The Fractured, but whole. Exactly.
It's really like tied up on that.
I know, he really excited about that. April
It's like
23rd.
really accentuating how it's spelled for some reason.
He wants to make sure he got it right. He
What's
wants to make
going
sure-
on there?
He's like, I gotta make sure I got it. I got it. Make sure I got it.
Sketchy.
And honestly, really great game. Really great game. One of the best things that came from that game. I don't know if you recall this, Mike. Do you remember the difficulty setting?
Yeah.
So
the fucking best shit ever.
this is how crazy it
still
was.
pops up if you watch Reels. If you're on the Facebooks and the Insta Reels, the difficulty setting goes by the fucking color of your skin.
The color
which
of
is
your
the
skin.
only motherfuckers that get away with that shit is
The color of your skin. To
God
clarify,
damn.
the color of your skin will determine your difficulty level of the game. If you are white, the game is on easy. If you are of brown, you're in that middle. If you are black, the game will
that's
be
the hardest
extremely difficult.
fuck setting.
Which I thought was the best, most creative thing a video game has done in recent
No,
memory.
Those guys are like
Legend. Legend.
They're the real American heroes. They're like
Real
G.I.
American heroes.
Joe, like they're like the founding father. Like it's fucking George Washington.
They're the
Benjamin
Wright brothers.
Franklin,
They're the
and
Wright
then
brothers. They
fucking,
have
you know,
invented
Trey Parker.
shit. Greg has a great. The Fractured But Whole had a better superhero story than any Sony movie to date.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
It really did. It was actually a really, I thoroughly enjoyed. Like if you like kind of the Lord of the Rings style, you know, Battle for Middle Earth style, play the Stick of Truth. If you like, you know, superheroes and power-ups and those kind of things, the Fractured But Whole is phenomenal. And like I said, really much looking forward to
You don't get
Snow Day.
like to do like 30 seasons of a show unless you know you have your finger on the pulse of what the people want.
Pretty much. April 23rd is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade, Wrath of the Mutants on every system. April 30th is
Is that like the old
Braid.
school? Like
I think that's like the old school arcade. Yeah, like an updated version of the old school arcade.
they had the other one that I think we played it for a little bit, but it was
Yeah, it was all right. April 30th sees Braid, which is, oh man, one of the best indie games ever made for Xbox. They're doing the Braid Anniversary Edition for every system, April 30th. Also, we
you lost
see
me at indie.
it's really good. It's really, really good.
That's what everyone says. It won a ton of awards, and guess what? Fucking sucks.
April 30th also sees Sea of Thieves coming from sailing from the oceans of Xbox over to PS5. Will be
God
Sea of
damn it.
Thieves. May
They did
28th.
do like a newer. I got invited in my email to a newer version of that game, Skull and Bone.
Skull and
or
Bones.
something.
It's not a newer version, it's a different game.
It's like a different.
But it's a
skin,
it's a
basically.
it's
It's the
same
same
shit.
concept with like, oh, we made it
Yeah,
more
It's
realistic.
just different. Yeah. May 28th, Multiverses. I don't know if you remember this. They did a beta a while back. Multiverses is like Super Smash Brothers, but instead of Nintendo, it's all WB characters. So you get like Superman versus fucking Bugs Bunny and versus I don't know.
Shit, nobody wants.
Yeah.
Got it. Pass.
Yeah, whatever. All the Looney Tune characters. Space Jam is I think LeBron James is in it from his Space
Oh,
Jam.
God.
It's all the WB
Definitely.
characters.
Hard pass.
So Multiverses is finally coming out. They're releasing that game. All systems May 28th. June 4th. This one, I'm like, I want to Google this after the show. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game.
Oh,
If anyone remembers Killer Clowns from Outer Space and how fucking off the wall that was, if they could capture the magic of what that movie was, might be worth a fun playthrough. Let's see, June 27th, Luigi's Mansion 2. Didn't Luigi's Mansion come out in like 1998?
Like, no.
I feel like
no,
Luigi's
it came
Mansion
out
came
on
out
the
forever ago.
goddamn Switch, like
No,
the first version of the Switch.
The original Luigi's Mansion came out on GameCube, bitch. All right, I remember
Yeah,
because
but
I
they
was working in GameStop when that game
but
came out.
God damn.
I
They
understand.
release it
They
on the
remastered
Switch,
it.
and that's the one they
I'm
fucking
still
the
saying
kids know.
the
Because my kids are like, I
sequel.
want to get Luigi's Mansion. I'm like, bitch, you don't fucking know Luigi's Mansion.
You don't know Luigi's Mansion the way I know Luigi's
Just
Mansion.
they're like, I want to play Mario Kart. And I'm like, you fucking can't hang in Mario Kart, motherfucker.
You don't get to play Mario Kart 8 until you've played Mario Karts 1 through 7.
Yeah.
All right?
They're like, ah, Dad, I got this new game. I'll beat your ass. I'm like, bet you will, motherfucker. It's
Bet.
called Mario Kart 8. I'm like, motherfucker,
Put money.
Mario Kart 1.
You
Why are
couldn't
so
even
good at
beat
this
me.
game? Why are you so good at this game?
Have you ever played this? Never once. Never once.
Never heard of it. 8? They made 8 of these?
They made this? What?
How much allowance you got?
So that takes us all the way to June 27th. And I named what? 5 or 6 that I thought stood out. I mean,
yeah, you named one that I would play, but we got
Killer
something.
Clowns?
Am I buying a game this year? So far, it's a no.
Yeah. South Park. I'll definitely pick up South Park. I'm curious about the Alone in the Dark. I gotta look up that one because if it's a remake, if it's an all new, dude. After playing, and again, you can't really compare games.
Because you were like Alan Wake.
But
was
after
fucking
playing
shit.
Alan Wake 2,
I'm gonna go to. I played Alan Wake. I could handle some Alone in the Dark now. I just need to turn up the brightness on my lights in the
all
background.
hold on, what is it? This is how I play that game. I just turn up the lights as high
Yeah.
as they'll go,
Shh.
and
No
now
one
I can
burst through
play.
The doors. Everyone knock before they come in the room.
Nobody move around the house. I can't have a creaking house. Nobody move.
So they're gonna be like, why isn't there any more shows on? Like, you had a heart attack.
He
He's fucking
died.
playing Alone in the Dark.
Alone in the dark. Alone in the dark. I should play it on the air. Oh, I could do game nights of Alone in the Dark.
Man, be his pace. Be his pants. Be his pace. Fuck. I'm talking this shit.
Man, I could totally do that. I'll check out Stalker 2. Scott says I should check out Stalker 2.
That's the CQ star. Stalker 2. The X-Men 97 writer's name. I don't know his name.
No, that's the name of my show of me trying to get guests on this show. Stalker 2.
Stalker 2. It's just
CQ at the con.
cons.
Oh man.
Get out
Mario
of the
Kart
way,
64.
handicapped person.
That's what's up. Let's see what else.
What else we got? Anything? Usually November big games come out. We got any? Assassin's Creed 99.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once I got past July, like there was like 5 things even mentioned. I didn't even bother looking. But
So
Kaz
sad.
says that we should have a Wii battle between Mad Mike and CQ. Like, I would fuck
Shit.
Mad Mike up. He
I
couldn't handle
fucking
this.
Would stomp his bitch ass.
He won't admit it, but we were playing Mario Kart online and he couldn't touch me. He couldn't get anywhere near me.
You playing my kids?
I played you. I played you.
You totally.
You couldn't handle it.
Beat a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Fucking bring it, dude. Throw down the gauntlet. I'll find a way to air this shit live. We'll do this. We will do it live. In fact, next week, motherfucker, bring your Switch right here on the show, and we will do this live. We will do it live.
Come to your house. I'll bring the Wii. Do fucking Wii tennis or Wii golf.
You know I get winded.
Wii bowling is my weakness. It's too much work.
Can I lay on my couch and do it?
You literally could sit there and move your arm.
I got cramp in my forearm.
That's why he doesn't play Wii anymore. He plays Switch.
That's right.
Switch movement.
Anyway, I'll get you with my Apple Vision Pro. Can you believe they don't have games for the Apple Vision Pro? That just seems like a wasted market. But for that, I'll I can get the MetaQuest 3.
Too much work. You still have to stand and you still have to move your body.
MetaQuest 3, bitch. It's on in VR. I'll take you out. I'll take you on in VR. We'll stream it live. All right. Anyway, do we have any more stories before we call it a night?
Shitty games.
Shitty game. Actually, one last one. Leave off one last one. Because since we were talking about games, there is rumors that Ghost Recon is going to be making some changes. We've enjoyed the Ghost Recon series. Team at Insider Gaming claims they've seen footage of the new game and spoken to sources about the direction the team is working toward. The most notable reveal from this rumor is that the next Ghost Recon will seemingly switch from third-person view to first-person view. And, you know, for everybody that's played it before knows that it's always been in third person, except the last one you could, like, switch when you were shooting to first person, whatever. The team said it's taking inspiration from games like Modern Warfare and Battlefield, among other first-person shooters.
Yeah, they're giving the people what the fuck they want.
Though it will still be a squad-based shooter. In some ways, the change has been coming to the franchise for a bit. Like I said, Breakpoint and Wildlands allowed you to switch to first person while aiming. That said, it's going to be a major change for longtime fans, some of which preferred the third-person perspective. We'll see. Hopefully, with the move to keep combat squad-based, it'll feel more like an evolution and less like something completely different. Insider Games also claims that the next Ghost Recon will take inspiration from Modern Warfare in another way. Supposedly, the game will feature potential dark
glitches and long loading times.
Oh man,
it's gonna be 500 fucking gigabytes.
And every time you load, there's an update. Just every time you load,
fucking, you know,
every time you load it.
CQ scan, all kinds of dumb shit.
What was I saying? Oh, the game will feature, and I hate this, potential dark or controversial missions and segments during its story, including a mission where one squad mate almost shoots a man holding a baby, thinking that the baby was a bomb. So controversial. Say shoot him. Figure it out after. I mean, don't hold your baby like a bomb. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, fucking shoot that baby in the face.
You hold that baby up so I can see it's a baby, and we're good.
It could be the next fucking Osama bin Laden. You don't fucking know.
Yeah. So
fucking game too. Shut the fuck up, god damn it.
Speaking of the game's release date, the report claims that it's coming within the next 2 years, specifically in a window between 25 and 26, 2025, 2026. So hopefully we should be hearing more about it later this fall. I don't know how many people remember. Well, Jeffrey says, I remember Ghost Recon Future Soldier for the Xbox 360. It was first person as far as the campaign went. Was it? I don't recall it being. I might want to double check that. I don't recall it being
solely on the fact that they're trying to be all PC fucking bullshit.
So I don't know if anybody remembers this, but prior to Ghost Recon coming out with oh no, it wasn't Ghost Recon. Prior to Rainbow Six Siege, they had announced, before Siege was gonna be like this multiplayer battle royale style game, they had announced a Rainbow Six game, which I was hyped about because it was gonna be like in the urban setting and thing, and then like the whole thing was about terrorism and like they were strapping bombs on civilians and shit, and then like you have to make it was called Patriots, right? I think that's what it was called, Patriots, and like you had to make the decision, like, do you take out the guy because if you don't, he's gonna blow up the bridge and blah 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 blah. So I'm like, that shit looked good. I watched the trailers for that and I saw the gameplay footage of that. And talk about another game that I thought would have been really good. And then they came out with Siege, which whatever.
Garbage.
Not
what they should do is like the South Park fucking difficulty settings, right? And they're like, would you kill the baby? And it like goes from like a dude like me or whatever. And it's like, if you want to kill the baby, and it's like, it's ma'am, bub. Some tranny, like a fucking.
Oh god. Callback.
That would be great.
Heath says, give me a new Ace Combat or Fight Night. I say yes to both. While I have enjoyed like the UFC games,
just rehash the same shit. Same person that buys Madden fucking every year.
Fuck you. So while I have enjoyed,
they change a lot of stuff, Michael.
While I have enjoyed the UFC games, I do like the
Chiefs won the Super
fighting,
Bowl.
kicking, punching. Fight Night was man, that was a good game in learning how to. Oh yeah, and Ace Combat. Yeah, they haven't had a good Ace Combat in a long while. So, yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that.
I'll pass.
And Scott says Rainbow Six Patriots. It looked good. The Tom Clancy universe greatest strength was that they had different games for different game types. Like Rainbow Six is more tactical. Hawks. I forgot about Hawks. Rainbow Six Hawks was a fighter game, jet fighter game. That's right. I forgot about that. Who remembers? There was oh man, that just gave me back a flashback. There was a strategy game, a Rainbow Six strategy game, and it was so cool because it used all the other game elements. So you could send in troops that were like advanced warfighter troops, and then you could send in like the Hawks from Hawk, and it was like it was like not the Sims. What am I? Tropico or what's the other one? The war strategy top down. End War. That's what it was. End War. Oh god, that was a good game. I really enjoyed End War. Fucking, I gotta. I don't want to see if they have like a remaster of that. End War. That was a good game. I really enjoyed that because it was like, you're playing from this like general position versus being like the troops on the ground. You're moving the troops and you had to counter thing. It was great. Yes, and it allowed you to use voice controls. That's right. You could use voice commands to control the units, man. Fuck yeah. Oh man.
Hey, fucking police call up your fucking brass, bitch.
Hands across America, bitches. Pick up all that brass. Yeah, no, that was End War. Shit. Man, now I really want to play. Is End War still available? Let's see it. Tom Clancy's End War.
Probably on PlayStation only.
Oh man, I forgot how good that game was. And yeah, you could zoom all the way in to the so you could call in the helicopters and then like zoom all the way in and then watch the helicopters fuck shit up. Dude. Oh man. Is it on Steam? I think it's available. It's available on Steam. Oh man, I forgot how good this game was. I'm looking at the pictures with the tanks and and then there's like the laser fucking Death Strike from space. Oh yeah, it's only $10 on Steam. God. Oh, that's sad. The latest update says as of January 25th, 2024, multiplayer and online features are no longer available for this product. So literally
Oh,
2
that's
months ago,
fucking stupid.
this game came out in 2009 and they only cut the servers off 2 months ago. Oh, that's a bummer. I would have totally went in and played. Oh, I would have totally went in. But dude, props that from 2009 they kept the servers alive until 2024. That's a long ass time. Oh man. God, that's a good one. I'm not gonna say that only because it'll trigger my device, so I'm not gonna repeat that. But that's funny. The battle stations Midway and battle stations Pacifics were kind of like N-War, but without the voice commands. They were really fun. All right, I'll check it out. Man, what a bummer to have such a great memory, and then like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna, and then it's. What are the odds that they cut the servers off 2 months, not even 2 months ago? January 25th. That's a month and a half ago. Oh man, what a bummer. What a bummer.
Welcome to my world.
Dude, that was legit, man. Tom Clancy, that's what they need. Maybe they turned off the servers because they're gonna make a new one. That'd be awesome.
No, can't handle that shit.
That'd be
Way
awesome.
too-
Well, I mean, we're getting a new Splinter Cell. We're getting a new Ghost Recon. What else?
Like doing Division or something?
Siege is the same as always. But yeah. Damn it. 2009 was when I only had one kid. That's funny. Anyway, yeah. All right, folks. We're going to wind this thing down. We're going to call it a night. Yes, 2004 to 2014 was peak Tom Clancy. Yes, it was. God, those games were fucking good. Greg says, I know, he knows we're Xbox to the core, but he says Helldivers 2 is good. I might get on it. On PC. Just because everything I've seen
Yeah.
about it looks fun.
PC will play the game, but it won't play the show.
I knew as soon as you said PC, I knew exactly where you were going with that. God, you're so predictable. All right. Anyway,
Just state the facts.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you have been with us tonight watching WTF Nation Radio.
For 2
And
hours. You're fucking welcome.
2
God damn
hours
it.
and 15 minutes.
It didn't crash.
2:19 if you
On
count the
record.
preamble. So now I have to admit that I know what the problem was, and I'm so angry about it.
Oh, 2 of us were right and you were wrong. One of the people that was right was me.
Moving on. So, here at WTF Nation Radio, in a given week, you have Sunday night, the sports bar, with King and Coach talking all the sports happenings. Mondays is Ice and Massey back and better than ever, killing it on the Monday edition with your news, commentary, and discussion of all the things that's happening in the world. Tuesdays right here with us, Mad Mike and CQ on Pop Culture Warrior. Although Mad Mike might not be here next week, so we're gonna bring in another special guest to co-host the show.
Yeah, I got canceled.
He's got canceled. He got canceled. Wednesdays is Radar and TZ on the Smoke Pit. Surgeon's Time has Ice and
Massey.
No, that's Monday. Ice and Spanky are on Thursdays. And then Friday, we close out the week with Friday Night Freedom and Kaz and Pookie closing us out strong, sending us to the week with all the good stuff. So,
And every other Friday, CQ fucking putting everyone to sleep for 2 hours.
First of all,
He's gonna do a puzzle next week, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna
It's exciting.
I'm gonna do a paint by numbers.
the foil pictures where you scrape it off.
I'm doing
I
a
got
friendship
weaving
bracelet.
loom. I was saving it, but I got a weaving loom.
With a paint. I'm doing friendship bracelets next week. You're getting one, Mike. Little hearts and
Coming
beats.
over. We're gonna make each other bracelets.
I'm working on my mime lessons next week. I'll be in a box next week. Anyway, so what Mike's saying is, I know we have a show, Friday Night Freedom, which I thoroughly encourage everyone to go watch. But on off weeks and probably on weeks too, I'm just gonna be streaming on Pop Culture Warrior. And as you see my table back there, this week we're gonna be doing gaming. We're gonna be doing some tabletop gaming, playing either like Marvel Zombies or Contest of Champions. I've got 4 other guys coming on, all military, all veterans, and we're just gonna sit around, drink, play some games.
Come on the table.
Come on a table, drink, and argue, fight. I've got some real characters coming, people you've never seen on WTF Nation Radio. They're gonna be hanging out on Pop Culture Warrior on the Facebook page, and so come on out. And if you're not over watching Kaz and Pookie on Friday Night Freedom, you're more than welcome to hang out with us as we play games and goof off. Yes, Scott. Eventually, we're gonna get to Warhammer 40K. That one is so I'm bringing these guys in, and they are very new to tabletop gaming. So I'm keeping it to very simple, low level, easy to jump in, jump out kind of games. We're working our way up. Once I get them hooked, we'll get to the epic things like Warhammer 40K, where it's like really in depth.
We're not, flipping the table over when somebody gets bored watching.
Yes, pretty much. I played one game with a buddy of mine who like it was a war. It was a war simulation. Like you had troops and you had tanks, and there was terrain you had to navigate, and villages and all types of shit. And it would take us like weeks to get through a campaign, playing hours at a time. And I'm like, that's fun. Like I can get behind that. You need the right group, and you need people that understand it and can play it and whatnot. But we'll get to that point. For now, it's just gonna be fun, simple, silly things we can yell and argue about and curse at each other.
I can't do those because I'm just like, you guys are all pogues.
Yes, that would be it. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Pop Culture Warrior. Thank you so much. Like I said, look for more content coming out from Richmond GalaxyCon this weekend, our Friday night hangout game sessions, and lots more things coming soon. We appreciate you hanging out with us as always. This has been CQ, Mad Mike. You got anything for the people?
Nope, nothing.
I'm going to challenge you.
I gave them everything I got. You're welcome.
I'm going to challenge you. I want you to have like a quote or a joke or something we can end on every week. And it will be up to you. You don't bring nothing to this other than your smart aleck, smarmy comments. So I want you to prep.
Those are the best fucking jokes and comments ever. You're welcome.
I want you to prep.
Not everyone
one thing.
The caliber of content that I
you need to come to each show with either a joke, a word of wisdom, a quote. I don't give a shit. Something. You are going to be the reason that, or the thing that closes us out.
I am the reason people show up. They fucking want to see a really, really good looking dude. And they're like, God damn, that guy is really, really good looking. And he's fucking hilarious.
All right. And there was your joke of the week. Thank you, Mad Mike. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Take it easy. Shots.